Away, Southwest Queensland Swans taking on the Brisbane Cobras. My name is Adam Collins, joined in commentary by Lee Drennan. Lee, how's this one going to go, mate? Two really well-matched teams. I believe the Cobras girls won 10-0 in their earlier match, and the Swans really did a great number on their opponent as well earlier on. So this should be a fantastic game.
I was just making a comment to you, actually, Adam, about just looking down at these team lists. Two things that impressed me. One, the numbers seem to be correct, which is great news.
It's always good for commentators.
Been rare.
Jada
Trick play off the tap here. And the second thing is that there's some magnificent touch football players in amongst both these team lists. So looking forward to it a great deal. I would have loved to do a bit more research and be aware of how their other results have gone. Touch football players in amongst both these team lists. So looking forward to it a great deal. I would have loved to do a bit more research and be aware of how their other results have gone today. But I think it'll be a belter fixture here in the afternoon. Late afternoon, actually.
The Swans might be 2 from 2. I know the Cobras had the earlier round 1 bye, and as I said, they won their match quite convincingly. So a fantastic game. I can say, as we see my go over, that's Brooke English. She'll get the opening try of the game. Nice motion there for the Cobras. We see one of the my girls go over. We'll just have a look at the replay to see which one it was.
It's Lisa that goes through from half.
You might be right there. And English just finds herself in space.
I believe there was a defender that was called offside as well, which obviously opened that hole quite significantly for it is Lisa.
You're right. Nice pick up one-handed by Lisa. The
hole quite significantly for it is Lisa.
You're right. Nice pick up one-handed by Lisa. The offside play, as you said, called early. So play on is the call, and English gets the ball across the line to open the scoring.
And the Swans' last tap off, they ran sort of a little trick play, a little tap-off move that I think we spoke about this morning, potentially. Myself and Ben, actually, Adam. I don't think you were present for that. That's a nice pass.
Nice pass.
And the referee is saying ball down first. It's a serious pass.
So Grace Griffin coming across in cover. The touch was affected, but as you said, the referee says Charlie Barker got that one down to the ground quicker than the touch was called. Let's have a look here. Chizolka, that's a nice ball right to left. And the referee was right on the spot. Got the call right.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. My word, it was. So we're tied up 1-1 here on the Pain Away scoreboard.
It's a good finish for Charlie Barker too, because it didn't actually go in the hands perfectly. She almost had to rearrange it quickly to make sure that she got it down. So.
Yeah, definitely did well there. As we see Meg Muir pick up the ball from the half position. That's her with the ball in hand now.
Sweeper play here.
Sweeper play. You call that Sammy Hopkin.
Proper footwork, Sammy Hopkin. That makes sense.
Fast feet, Sammy. You know what?
And that's a nice
Hopkin again.
Hopkin
just opened up, didn't it? Just acceleration. You can't buy speed, mate.
Well, the thing is that was actually such a good hole because the defender was in a reasonably good spot to make this touch. You can actually see, as I think it's Kat Stevens that takes off from half here. You can see this defender is in. Like, it's a good read. And just the hole from Sammy Hopkin is that good that she's back in behind her feet, and it makes it impossible for that touch to be affected.
Yeah, Riley Spain, I think it was out of half there, that set that up nicely. As we see now, Jada Ferguson.
Opening 8.5 minutes.
Chizolka and Ferguson both on screen there.
Dangerous every time she's been near the ball.
Amelia Chadburn, number 22.
Just sort of wasted a couple of touches there, the Swans, though, without gaining any metres. Trying to get to the 7 now. That's where the Cobras have been quite good to keep them a long way out from the line, but Zelka would get a crack on that left to right pass. It's so good.
Just turned English inside out there in the middle, and the shutdown had to come in, but a little bit disjointed in their recovery. Let's have a look at it here on replay. You see English, she breaks short, gets turned around. She can't recover there. Not sure what Lisa Maimai was doing in that position.
Well, she's trying to get up into the lane. So we talk quite a bit about almost hedging your bets. So trying to make sure that if the middle takes it, you can touch them. Subbed on specifically in an attacking set there. She only just went off the set before, but they were keen to get her back on running into the line.
Emma Sykes, so pretty to watch when she has the ball in hand. That change of pace that she has. Not many people can turn on a dime the way she does.
Oh, through the legs. Tunnel ball.
Play on. Great catch out wide. Chelsea Cummins there. So razzle dazzle.
I think Lisa Maimai would be disappointed with her whole runners from that last crack at the line there. She sort of shaping the pass the whole time, almost begging for someone to hit a hole for her.
So important.
Well, it is that work off the ball, isn't it, that you love about the game. You don't just sort of run and then your job's over. You're always involved.
Nice meters there for Meg Muir too. This is better from the Cobras. Right into the defensive line there.
See Rebecca Maimai out of half now. That's
Long
a good ball.
Onto the outside. Beautifully positioned, the young winger. Naomi Parslow that was, but let's have a look at that on replay. The silky smooth skills.
I think we talked about this earlier this morning as well. The ability of like the winger and just probably on that point that we made about the ball work, the people off the ball having to work. You can see that she gets that ball at full tilt without having to stop. And if it's that split second of stopping and having to restart again, then the winger gets across in cover defence. It's just everything clicked for that play. Wonderful pass and great finishing skills.
Yeah, absolutely right there, mate. These are good meters as well. Important meters off your own line to get those initial momentum.
They'd be really happy with their ability there to make sure that there was no hit back after they've put a try on to Cobras.
Absolutely. So 2 touches remaining in the count here. Good opportunity. That's Isabella Bauer. Here she goes from half. Dangerous here.
That's an awesome line. And the bat on.
Quick hands. Good release.
That's all clear.
Yeah, my word, it's all clear. Beautiful release. And that young lady, Chelsea Cummins, is a great finisher for such a young lady.
Just keep your eye on here, the ability of the link. I'm not sure who it was, but the line from Bella Bauer is awesome. The bat on, but then this sort of finish.
Tap on, I believe it's Taylor Sykes. Taylor Sykes with a tap on
to Lisa Maimai.
And then composure from Lisa Maimai not to rush the second pass.
Well, she had her back to the defensive.
So they're out to a 4-2 lead now, the Cobras over the Swans. And as you said before, the importance of turning, being solid in defence now that you've just scored one, you need to turn the attack away on this opportunity, but they give a penalty.
Yeah, well, I tell you, they've run a link sweeper there too, Swans.
Oh, that was down as well.
This one will be,
Taylor Sykes just to the line, losing a footing right at the most inopportune moment.
I think it's an excellent line from the sweeper here as well, because it sort of takes her, straightens her up, and then kicks out to her outside and makes it really, really tough. The number 6 there is Emily Ward.
Yeah, beautiful execution there by Emily Ward. Just the way, as you said, the way she swept up and then just held that line perfectly.
Because as soon as she went straight towards the line, it just made the defender pause. 6 there is Emily Ward.
Yeah, beautiful execution there by Emily Ward. Just the way, as you said, the way she swept up and then just held that line perfectly.
Because as soon as she went straight towards the line, it just made the defender pause, have to go straight as well, and then to be able to kick back to her outside. I watched Corey Russell do it a couple of times earlier in the day. It's really like a split second
Emma
thing.
Sykes now. Good footwork, Emma Sykes.
Really good.
And that's a great dive from Meg Muir.
Meg Muir to score.
turns the game.
That's that hit back, isn't it? Again,
have a look here again.
Away.
The foot speed of Sykes there, that little left and right, and then that beautifully timed and delivered pass. Meg Muir, there aren't many better in the game for diving over the way she does. She hit that line perfectly.
It gets the defensive shape in serious trouble when you, as a middle plan.
With the ball, and Ash Carney. Any team with Ash Carney in it. Right. I really like the look of Demi Ashurst as well, the number 1 for the Swans.
Oh, they're a chance here. Winger way out of position.
Amelia Chadburn. Ball back in the hands of Carney now. There's a late switch.
It's a great switch.
That's beautifully done.
Oh,
very well executed. Can the defender come across?
Yeah.
She does in time too.
She's the middle there, Rebecca Maimai, that's made that touch on the wing.
But how good were the skills of both outfits there? That cover defence, just mad scramble.
Perfect.
With the hands from the Swans girls. Demi Ashurst, integral in that movement.
It's just that last pass was like slightly too loopy, but just again because of the defence,
gave
so
the time,
good.
yeah.
Just gave the time for Rebecca Maimai to chase, and the chase is so impressive because if you sort of for 1 second think that your job,
it's always the sideline referee who's generally speaking they're on that, they're on that sideline right on the spot.
Yeah.
And we heard it earlier. The referee actually saying to the players as they interchange, ensure the gate, make sure you're through the gate, and then Back here, boys, you didn't listen.
Well, just from a player's perspective, because we run subsets to the box that tries to get 5 people off at the same time, as we see another wonderful hole from Cobras.
Yeah.
Who scored that one?
That was Bella Bauer.
That
I'm
is
pretty
Bella
confident
Bauer,
on that one.
Yep,
so
right.
we see it here. So Sykes goes into half again. She's dangerous with the ball in hand, and she just holds up perfectly. And Bella with a nice...
Can you see that hole, though? Because the read is there. The Swans defender is there. It's a matter of 5 centimetres that she's missing by. And that's the difference. It's the quality of the holes that Cobras are hitting. Means that even defenders that are making correct decisions are still getting...
So the hooter goes in the background.
Sammy Hopkins with an intercept.
And you hear the whistle blown in the background. The referee calls half-time. So on the paint-away scoreboard here at the end of the first half, the Cobras with a commanding 7-3 lead. We'll come back for the second half, and I'll get your opinion on what we're going to see in the second half then. But stick around. So we've got the second half coming your way in this thrilling Women's Opens fixture.
Come out of halftime, because there's often, as a coaching staff, they might pick out either a player that they feel like they can target some attacking moves at, or certainly a mode of defence, that the way that the team might be defending, that they feel like there's a couple of attacking players they've got that'll be effective.
Takes that one. Well done.
That's Lisa Maimon. She is the queen of intercepts.
What an athlete, but...
very, very impressive. She plays netball as well at a particularly high level, so just able to pluck those intercept passes so frequently.
Hopkins sweeps on nicely, gets that ball outside to Meg Muir. One-on-one situation against Emma Sykes. You're going to... I'll just take the easy option there, I would.
Oh, she's got good footwork too, Asher. She's
been impressive.
Earlier. Sort of had that crack from half earlier in the set there that earned them a repeat.
It's metres from Taylor Sykes. This is good from Rebecca Maimai as well.
This Sykes. Is just out of nowhere.
Taylor Sykes, I just talked about her foot speed, and there she goes. Beautiful space. Looked up and saw just grass in front of her.
Well, Lisa Maimai was happy to actually run with the ball from half. You can see she picks it up on halfway.
There's another one of those little touches on the way through there
right.
too.
Could have been called too.
Unfortunately, the scramble defence just unable to combine there.
It's such an unorganised line, wasn't it? Because it came from halfway, where you're not really setting up any line defence structure. They were just sort of at 6s and 7s. I think the Swans could consider themselves a bit stiff to be down by as many as they are.
It's nice from Carney. Carney now. That's Barker there. She's going to work with Carney. Switch back inside. Jazolka.
Great pass.
Nice release.
Again.
That left to right again.
Jazolka, that left to right pass is as good as I've seen.
Carla Sankey on the end of that, but just fantastic teamwork. Let's have a look.
It's a good switch.
Late
it's a really good switch. But then that ball there, that you can see again, the winger just shot probably a fraction of a second too late.
Shout out to Emily Ward too, the catch and release.
Yeah.
Out to young Carla Sankey to score in the corner. But just beautiful teamwork right across. The whole setup of that play, we saw the last couple of movements there, but it was 1 or 2 roll balls where they really loaded up and just set up the defence perfectly.
Absolutely. I think that's the thing. You look at tries like that from the Swans and geez, this is a good side. They're just coming up against a very good opposition too late.
Shout out to Emily Ward too, the catch and release.
Yeah.
Out to young Carla Sankey to score in the corner. But just beautiful teamwork right across. The whole setup of that play, we saw the last couple of movements there, but it was 1 or 2 roll balls where they really loaded up and just set up the defence perfectly.
Absolutely. I think that's the thing. You look at tries like that from the Swans and geez, this is a good side. They're just coming up against a very good opposition as well.
Yeah, nice touch there too as well from Millie
Neville.
Neville.
Offside.
Has she been called play through?
Yeah.
So Sammy Hopkins just showing some experience there, playing what's in front of her, waiting for the referee's call. She gets it her way. So the scoreboard now, paint away scoreboard here at the Coffs Harbour International Sports Stadium. Cobras now 9, the Swans 4. So we see it on replay here. Nice ball from Meg Muir. Picks up Sammy. Yeah, the player called offside.
Yeah. comfortable, so much harder. You see the teams that do it really well, they can really drive into that last touch, and it makes it incredibly hard to defend.
Yeah, 100% correct there. That was just an individual dummy.
That's a great line. She just held the ball off for long enough.
Yeah, we'll see it again in replay, but it was just, I think it might be back my mind, is it there? There's English making the touch.
Charlie Barker from half here, is it?
Yep.
And you can see just, she dummied 4 times.
But Rebecca Maimai never actually looked up at the play with the ball in hand. She was always looking at the next, looking off. Yeah. I mean, the most dangerous player in any game is the one with the ball in the hand.
Yeah. It would be interesting to know, you obviously can't hear from here, you'd love to know what the chat was like between the 2 middle defenders there, and if she was being told to go or if she was being told to stay and to hit or to help. That's a good shooter out of the line. Huge 1-2 play from Kat Stevens there. It was the person that took the intercept and then took the next drive, which made 12 metres as well. So we might see a little injury on the sideline there.
Yeah, keep an eye on that. She looks to be okay. So 30 seconds left on the clock. Cobras will get one more opportunity. The Swans may as well off their own line. This is Grace Griffin out of half. Gets the ball away.
It's a wonderful hole.
A big finish. Bella Bauer has been impressive, hitting the hole right at the right time there.
I think we talked about this earlier, Adam, about the importance of one hole hitting, but Bella Bauer is actually the person that rolls the ball.
Let's have a look at Griffin here. So that thing about getting through the line or to the line, the way she did before she looked up.
She just had 2 defenders that committed because they worried about her breaking the line. Those 2 defenders collapse on you, and then really impressive by Bella Bauer too to be the person to drive the ball, and then really impressive by Bella Bauer too to be the person to drive the ball and make her first step sideways to hit a hole.
So the second time the Cobras have made 10 tries in a match. They won the early game, as I said, I believe 10-0. And 10-5 against a really impressive Swans outfit. So day number 1 has been good to the Brisbane Cobras in the Women's Opens division. Mate, just give us a quick wrap-up on the game. What do you think of that one?
I'll be interested to see. I think that they're 2 incredibly strong sides. Obviously, the Cobras are far too good in the end there, but I'm just not convinced that scoreline is the peak of the Swans' powers. I think that they could come back. It'd be interesting to keep an eye on their results for the next couple of games. That's for sure.
We look forward to the Women's Opens action, but we have one more game here, the Men's Open, the Central Queensland Bulls taking on the Sydney Mets. That action will come your way in 4.5 minutes' time.
Can't stop, won't stop.